Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness, what a good day finally. Really good stuff out there in the market today. Of course, BBAI from our watch list last night went exactly to plan. This thing was amazing today. I want to walk through all the trades that I took today, though. Walk through how we secured a nice green day today as we head up into the 4th of July weekend. BBAI, though, right to plan from the watch list last night. This thing's pretty easy, too. I want to walk through this first, and we'll start to move through the rest of the trading recap today. But overall, a really good day today. Of course, last night's watch list said to watch BBAI this morning over $6.20. Now, really good setup here, and a few things to note. Now, of course, whenever we're looking for trade opportunities, we need to have trend, range, and of course, volume is going to be important. But here we had that cleanup trend. Of course, this thing we played a couple of days ago as well back here over the sixes on this little sort of breakout of this wedge. Really good opportunity there, too. And again, we had this nice daily range, but the big thing here yesterday going into today is we had a couple pieces of confluence here really making this a beautiful setup. So going into today, we had of course, this area of consolidation followed by massive leg to the upside. Now again, price pulls back and again does what? Again, pulls back to this area of demand and then confirms. Again, breaks out to the upside, right? Reverses. So we have confirmed this as an area of demand. So we know that if price shows strength out of this range again this morning, we can hold off these higher lows for the range back up into your next daily range overhead. So this thing was really nice today, but I really didn't trade it a whole lot today. I mostly traded MOGO, ATXG, IINN, a bunch of those, a bunch of small cap names. And we're going to walk through every single one of them here real quick. Pull up the charts here so you can actually see how I traded it here to a T. But very happy with the day today. I could not be more happier, I don't think, than I am with today's action because it's a slow week, man. It's been choppy. It's been tough. It's been slow. It's a holiday week. The market's closed early tomorrow. The market closes the entire day on Friday. So it's like people are on their vacations. You got a lack of volume. And with that comes a lack of follow through. So there's some of that crap out there, but overall, some really good stuff to work with so far. Today has been really good. So ATXG was a really good one today. It's one of those where you take that first 1 minute micro pullback. This thing looked really nice. Now, if you look at the 1 minute time frame here, this thing broke out pretty quickly up into the 130s on this thing here. And so I'm looking to see, of course, the daily time frame. Do we have any range? And so I'm looking over at the daily time frame to see if we have any range. And looking over at ATXG, we knew we had daily range here. You can see the previous daily highs up here. And looking at ATXG, we can see we had pretty clear range all the way to... We had these highs back up here at 175 and really 175 to 2. So we had a really, really nice look on this today with a ton of upside range. If this did get going, and again, this thing did form some nice higher lows here. Notice candle pulls back, closes. We form a nice wick off the bottom, signaling buy side control. Price pulls back again off the bottom of this wick. I take the entry off the pullback for the move up through the highs and actually captured a move here from, as you can see, 117 all the way up into the 145s. And then even actually played this pullback here for the move back up into the highs. But per my system, once this candle does look try to break out and instantly reject, that's an instant exit every single time. That is a massive reversal indicator. Again, if you take a pullback like this and you get a break up through the high, as soon as that breakout, again, invalidates beneath this previous high, it's an instant exit. So I went ahead and took my profits there. It was out of that, was done with it, was happy with it, and moved on from it. Now, after that in pre-market, we also had WINT, which was another super simple 1 minute micro pullback setup. Again, great opportunities here. WINT. Massive move to the highs. Finally, and of course, no pullbacks all through here. Finally pulls back, consolidates. And we see all these wicks form off the bottom here over VWAP. So these are all your really confirmation of accumulation is what we're going to call it here. So your confirmation of buy-side interest sitting here over VWAP. We see these higher lows being formed here. So I took the entry right here, risking the bottom of this last candle to keep on, of course, confirming that higher low for the range then to the new high. And we got the break to the new high. I thought for sure this thing was going to keep on ripping higher. Of course, did not. So as soon as it failed to follow through higher, I went ahead and cut the rest over my entry for another profitable trade. So another really good 1 minute micro pullback example. And I was pretty happy with that one there as well. Now, IINN, another here where, again, just some really clean opportunity. Now, this one here was nice because we look at the daily time frame. I'll show you here. The daily was perfect here. We had the break of the 200 moving average, which was right there, 96 cents. And we had daily range here to, we can actually take a look at the chart, to about 120. You can see we have 120 to about 145 or so, 145, 150. So we had the break of the 200 moving average with range to about 120 and 145. So again, beautiful setup here. We had the break of that 96 cent level, which as you can see here was sitting right around here off that 200 moving average. So Initially, I tried to take the pullback here at 102, and I get a horrible fill. I get a 106 fill on this. I don't know if my internet lagged or what, but I got a 106 fill. Took a quick exit once I noticed that, but it's just one of those things with these stocks. This one was a little bit thinner today. It traded a little bit funky, to say the least. That's an understatement. It was a little bit funky, very thin, very light on volume, but still traded it really well. It was very predictable in the way it was setting up. And the one thing that stood out to me most on this setup is after this first move here, we had a massive bidder sitting at $1 the entirety of this whole area of consolidation. The entire time this thing was consolidating here over $1, we had a 114,000 share bidder sitting right underneath support, right at $1. So as this thing continues to form these higher lows, you can see your price pulls back, confirms a higher low. So I'll take the entry off of the 12 EMA. And I capture a really nice move here from 106 to about 111. Again, just taking the simple higher low entry after confirming over the 12 EMA per our strategy, using the 5 and 12 EMA strategy. And so now we know there's a higher low put in here. So again, price pulls back, confirms again. I take the entry again after confirming off the bottom of the wedge. And again, ride it up from $1.05 to $1.09. Again, another really nice trade. And then again, as we're sitting here, and again, this whole time, all these trades I had a lot of conviction because we had this buyer sitting right here at $1. Literally 115,000 share buyer just sitting here at $1. And then it tries to break out. I take the breakout entry. I want to see price follow through higher. It does not. It fails back below. So again, per my system, cutting it instantly. Was able to take a very small win there in the last trade. But this is all perfect. Just taking pretty much entries after confirming that higher low. Take off the bottom of the range. And overall, just a really good opportunity there to make some pretty dang good change. So that was fun. We also had over on LIXT, little 1 minute breakout on this earlier. Had a really good trade on this. Actually got stuck up into a halt on it as well. Played it on the break of this previous high because as you can see here, initial rejection, this becomes an area of supply. Of course, we want to see this flip and become an area of demand. The only way for that to happen is for price to actually break above. Well, here, price breaks above this area of supply, pulls back. We find strength again. That confirms that this is now an area of demand. So took the entry, risking bottom of the zone for the range overhead to the new high. Got a majority sold up here, about 3/4 sold. And then, of course, it halts up and we get a massive weak resumption. So I went ahead and took a full exit there. Again, really nice trade there as well. So overall, just pretty easy stuff today. Pretty straightforward. DAIC, I played for a pretty small win today. You can see here, I took it off the bottom of this wedge. Again, off the 12 EMA for the higher lows to hold for the range up through these highs. Took profit up into the top of the wedge right underneath VWAP, as you can see here. After we reclaimed VWAP, took full profit. Ended up making a move from really the 1140s there all the way to the 14s. But I didn't like this at all, and I'll show you why. If you zoom out to the big picture here, and this is why it's so important to zoom out, we actually had a lower high being put in here. We can see a higher high, but then we have this lower high being put in after forming a lower low. So this whole time I knew to stay away from this around here because, again, we have this retest of yesterday's highs from after hours right here in this zone. You know, and we've already put in a lower low, likely to put in a, again, lower high. It's just not a great look. Overall downtrend here. So I played it for a small scalp off the 12 EMA, but that was about all I did on this. And while I left some money on the table, I'm glad that I did. It wasn't a good setup. It would have been forced trade. And overall, just had to be lucky to catch the move on that. But overall, really happy with today. I've got nothing wrong with it. ATXG was perfect. INN was perfect. Mogo, WINT, LIXT. So overall, a really good day. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy, man. It's been a very slow, uneventful week. But overall, I was able to keep things rolling. And small, at least Monday and Tuesday. And we roll in on Wednesday and have a really good day like we did today. Just hopefully end the week off on an amazing note tomorrow. But that's my morning. Again, kind of a slow recap, kind of an uneventful recap, but overall a really good execution-wise morning. Hopefully this helps you a little bit in some way, shape, or form about how I traded the day today. Again, still keeping it kind of slow and picky this week until the holidays out of the way and stuff starts to get back in our favor. But as always, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to watch me trade stocks just like this in real time every single morning. To get my full watch list, education, alerts, chat room access, and so much more. That link will be down in the comments and the description below, so make sure to check that out to claim your spot while the market is still hot this summer. And that being said, let me know in the comments below what you traded today, and I will see you in that 7-day free trial for another awesome day in the market tomorrow.